And we're live, guys. It is Wednesday night fights, AoK Championship Wrestling, live for you here tonight. 9 big matches as always. We're going to get right into it. Returning Dean Graves. Making his return. He's been out of action here for just a couple of weeks. He is back at 100% and ready to take on Kamron Sawyer. Of course, Kamron Sawyer being recruited and joining Destruction Incorporated. As we get closer and closer and line ourselves up for Survivor Series War Games. More on that later as this matchup, or as this show progresses. Ken Bouchard, IKB. Covering our boy here tonight, Dean Graves, walking him to the ring. Of course, Dean Graves will be joining IKB in the BMF on their 4-man team for Survivor Series. These guys are all set. Let's head over to ringside before all the action.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, accompanied by IKB.
IKB, as I said, being the
242 pounds, the lunatic, Dean Graves.
being the leader, I guess, the captain of his team going into Survivor Series. Of course, his team consisting of himself, the BMF, the Hardcore Degenerate, and the Punisher. And of course, here tonight, Dean Graves is making his return, and the AoK crowd here in the arena feeling a certain way about the return of Dean Graves. His return to action here has been anticipated for the last couple of weeks. Minor injury, just enough to keep him out of action. But he has made his return and ready to go one-on-one with the Predator, Kamron Sawyer, who is being flanked by the Iceman and Psychosis, Destruction Incorporated. A lot of guys at ringside, a lot of action to keep an eye out for. See if these guys at ringside can refrain from being influential in the turnout of this matchup. IKB on the outside for Dean Graves. And of course, as I said, Psychosis and the Iceman in the corner for Kamron. And Kamron coming out quick with a clothesline. But Graves right on top of him there, taking full advantage of that misstep. Looking to burn the place down tonight with those right hands. And the Iron Man liking what he sees in the ring. Springboard missing with the clothesline, and Kamron Sawyer moves in for the attack. Irish whip sends him over the top rope. Right hand on Graves. And a cutter using that top rope for a stun. A right hand by Sawyer. Referee Jenna Taylor started her count. And Kamron Sawyer showing off a bit of physique there. Overhead press on the concrete and keeping up the aggression. Stopped by Graves. Knee to the rib will slow that kind of momentum down in a hurry. Back inside we go. Let's see how this turns out. Graves with clothesline in the corner. Kamron back to his feet in a hurry, trying to keep the intensity up. Walks him out the sidewalk slam. Graves pulling himself up into the corner. Kamron Sawyer with a head full of steam and Graves with a face full of boot. Sawyer, man, staying on top of his opponent here. Sticking with it. Another big standing power slam, going for a cover. We got nothing. Look at this, Kamron calling him in. And meets him with a clothesline, almost takes the head off of Graves. Look at this Bouchard. IKB with a catching Kamron's attention here, getting up on the ringside, getting up on the apron. Much more of that. Into the sling blade. And Dean Graves jumping on this with that focus being shifted to IKB. Kamron Sawyer left himself wide open here. Graves with a Luthez press. Those taped right hands. We got a pinfall attempt in the center of the ring. And Kamron Sawyer kicking out at 2. Iceman of Psychosis. I'm too happy here with Kamron Sawyer. Graves out to the outside here with Kamron. The short-faced DDT on the concrete, and IKB coming in to take a closer look. And look at this, ref, come on now. Kamron rolling out of the way, got a lot to deal with here. Now's not the time, son. Look at this, ducking under the clothesline, but unfortunately, the Psychosis coming over to even the score here as IKB moves in closer. Flatline of Kamron Sawyer face down here. Referee's count continues. Kamron sent back in by his opponent. Graves to the top rope. Samoan splash. And again, back up a second time. Follows it up with a frog splash. We got a pinfall attempt. And that's all she wrote. Dean Graves making his re-debut here with AoK. I said he came back at 100%. This man came back at 100%. Picking up a victory over Kamron Sawyer, and that's how we're going to kick things off tonight.
Here's your winner, the Lunatic, Dean Graves.
You heard the man, Dean Graves, locking in his spot on Team IKB. Coming up next, the Empress, Sparrow, and Lilith. Apparently they don't like each other. We'll see what goes on here. Lilith and the Empress Sparrow. We'll see. I'm not even going to say it's a matchup. We'll see what happens here. Because we all know that 2K in the rivalry system, it's a little wonky. It's a little bit wonky, to say the least. These two women being the heads of their teams heading into the Survivor Series. Of course, Lilith will be teaming up. Well, we'll talk about that here as we head to ringside. We got ringside seats here. Let's head in. Empress Sparrow already in the ring. Lilith sliding in and being attacked by Empress. But look at this. Return fire and return fire again. Empress catching Lilith by surprise before the matchup can even start. And referee Lou gets the fire, gets the bell rung. Empress comes in with a big clothesline. Of course, Empress no champion at the moment. A hardcore champion and the women's undisputed champion. And Lilith at the moment taking control here. Putting a curse on it, perhaps. I don't know. But Empress back to her feet. But unfortunately, unable to retaliate before Lilith can make that leap. And Lilith, with a hook of the leg, looking to pick up a victory, but not even a 1 count. This matchup continues. Empress, big Irish whip, and sends her opponent over the top rope. Crashing out to the outside, Lou holding Empress back. But Lilith makes her way back in. Big jumping forearm. And Lilith on spaghetti legs there. Empress has it down. Figure 4. Close to the ropes. Lilith reaches. I thought she was going for the ropes. Puts a reversal down. And a big knee to the face. Go, hook of the leg. Foot DDT. But Empress, situational awareness, rolls her up. Only a 1 count. Empress Sparrow staying on top here. Sticking with the short strikes. Unfortunately, they're showboating sometimes. You know the rules. Scoops up Lilith and sends her to the outside. Good golly, crashes her out. Follows out behind her, but Lilith back to her feet and sends Empress back inside the ring. I don't think she took too kindly to that. Empress again with that big forearm. Missing out. Boot to the midsection. Lilith drops her out. Big ending coming around, but again, not ready to go for a pinfall. Seeing it too early. And now Lilith climbing up to the second turnbuckle. She got in mind here. Big tomahawk chop, but gets caught in the midsection on the way down. Empress again going for the pinfall. Only 2. Back up we go, Lilith. The spinning sit-out powerbomb. And Empress kicking out at 2. So close. Lilith's short drop kick to the face. Listen to it, wrist lock. Looking to break the wrist of Empress Sparrow. Women's undisputed champion having a time of it here tonight with Lilith. Empress to the outside. Lilith climbing to the top rope. One more time, go into the high rent district. Drops an elbow to the outside. And this AoK arena is not happy with the outcome so far of Lilith being in control of the matchup. Referee Loose Ass continues his account. And this crowd not behind the witch tonight. Empress laid out here at ringside, finally starting to move around. Lilith heading back outside here, restarting the referee's count. Empress firing back from a kneeling position. But again, Lilith sends her crashing over our way. Empress again gets some shots in. A couple of shots to the ribs. Now Lilith into the barricade here beside us. They work their way back out towards the ringside. Look at this. Both women decided it was best just to get back into the ring. Lou steps in the way, catches. Look at this. What a distraction. Lou catching in the way, and Lilith able to get the advantage for just a second as Empress fires off another of those big forearms. Another DDT. Empress lines it up. Goes to work on the wrist and hands. A series of kicks to the chest. One to the temple, that could be it. And lights out, game over, and Lilith shoulders down Empress. 2 count again as Lilith pulls the shoulder at the last second, legitimately. Super kick caught. High lifting knee, another shot to the midsection, up to the shoulder. Happy ending. We got a pinfall attempt. And Lilith picks up the win. This matchup started with Empress attacking Lilith at the beginning of the match before the bell was rung. And here we see the big ending. We got a hook of the leg. And that's it.
Here is your winner.
Non-title matchup. Lilith picks up the victory over the champion, over the dual champion. Let's step up here as the leader of Team Lilith. Picks up the victory over the leader of Team Empress. Falls Count Anywhere, Chris Chaos, AJ Long, and Pedro the Owl. Been a hot minute since we've seen Pedro, and an even longer minute since AJ's joined the team here. Each of these men will also be involved in matches at Survivor Series War Games. As Chris Chaos will lead the team against, as Chris Chaos and Gabriel will lead the team of Psycho, Smoke, and Vortex. Whether or not those teams will face off together, I'm not sure. But AJ Long, Adrian Arnold, Gavin Wilson looking for another team member. Of course, Pedro the Owl and Coyote Kid teaming up with South Scorpio and Pandenis. So as we've heard rumors that the Hinkledimer's and the Wrecking Crew were looking to team up. Of course, the Pretty Mean Sisters, E and J, will team with their sister Quindle, along with Cali Ferguson, to take on Isabella, Ivy, Kitty Katsiori, and Piper Ramirez. But right now, Chris Chaos making his way out. You know what time it is. It's time to let the chaos begin. This is a weird dude, man. This is a weird dude. Over tonight's matchups, Chris Chaos going to take on Pedro the Owl and AJ Long in this triple threat Falls Count Anywhere matchup. Logan Hawk, Big Bad, Adam Boone, Shawn Sullivan, and Anthony Omega will face off in a fatal four-way match, Extreme Rules. Tag titles on the line tonight. as the BMF take on the Hinkledimers in a return matchup. Bud Marvelous goes one-on-one against the Green Meanie Nova. And IKB activates his rematch clause to go one-on-one against Remy Singer for the World Heavyweight Championship in our main event tonight here on AoK. Second winning man out for this matchup, Pedro the Owl, former tag team champion, former cruiserweight champion. Darn Evil, what's up? Party of one, sweet. Goes on, man. Welcome in, Bubby. How are you? How's your day? How's the go going? That's good. Good days are always good day. The go is stopping. Nah, man, the right response to that. There's a couple of right responses to it. Don't get me wrong. There's the go is going. I say, hey, how's the go going? You said the go's going good. No, the go's going good. It's not so good. I don't know about the stop. Old school Intercontinental Champion AJ Long picking up that title by defeating the hardcore legend Cactus Jack a while back. Still wearing it for bragging rights. But AJ Long gonna have his hands full when he steps in the ring tonight with Chris Chaos and Pedro the Owl. The go is slowing down. Alright, somebody put the brakes on the go. Is this a good breaking of the go? Hoot. Yeah, Pedro the Owl, baby. Hoot. Referee Jenna Taylor officiating this match, and Chris Chaos coming out with a big kick to the chin on the mask of Pedro. AJ Long, big backbreaker. Pedro missing with the handstand head scissors. He had it all locked in there for a hot minute. Chaos. Dope, baby. That means no. Wait, what? Took me back to my West Virginia days. Anyway. Big German suplex by AJ Long. And Pedro coming in for the save on Chaos. Swinging a miss. Chaos. Pedro ducking under that spinning Chuck Norris roundhouse kick by Chaos. Chaos showboating. Leads right to the ass whooping. Slammed into the corner by AJ Long. Look at this. Extreme Rules. Falls count anywhere. And Pedro looking to join the Puerto Rican baseball game. Swing and a miss. And AJ catches him up. Look at this shot here by the AoK camera crew. You got a big snapping suplex by AJ Long. Irish whip. Sends AJ into the corner, and Pedro, a couple of stiff right hands. Kick to the ankle, trying to dislocate the knee. DDT by Chris Chaos out of nowhere. Chaos with that almost patented knee. I think he may have clipped AJ Long in the temple there. I think he may have busted AJ Long open a little bit. AJ sending Pedro into the ropes. Pedro catching the boot on the way up. Double team action there from Chaos and Pedro the Clown. The Clown? The Owl. Hoot. It's Vulgar the Clown. No Vulgar tonight, huh? He ain't got a match? It's good. He weirds me out anyway. Chaos drapes the arm over. Nice back suplex. Look at this, going right to town on AJ Long as well. AJ Long getting the hell out of Dodge. It's Pedro. Lifts Chaos up for a fireman's carry and then drops him guillotine on the top rope. Irish whip by Long. Drop kick to the back of the head. Chaos. Trying to turn up the violence here a little bit. Into the corner, diving elbow, or I'm sorry, flying forearm, diving elbow, flying forearm, same thing, different name. That's not true. AJ Long cleaning house. Look at this, firing on all cylinders. Pedro looking for an opportunity. Chaos taking his, sending the man over the top rope. Pedro and Chaos in the ring. Nice arm drag. Drop kick follows it up. And now Pedro caught up. Look at this. Chaos says, turn him around here. Turn him around here. Double team action. Big double suplex. And Chaos with the attack from behind. Chris Chaos, kendo stick in hand. Swing and a miss. Pedro, what's he got? Pedro the Owl with a baseball bat. Flying squirrel. When you can take the kendo stick from my hand, it is time for you to leave, grasshopper. AJ Long looking for a submission. Got the Fujiwara armbar. Locked in tight. Look at this, Pedro. He set extreme rolls. This man gonna go ahead and just relocate the arena piece by piece. Moving it over to the next county, perhaps. Float over DDT, and Chris Chaos just dumped that man straight on top of his coconut. Kendo stick, look at this. AJ Long having none of it. And again, Chaos with that drop kick from the outside, from behind. Chris Chaos over the top rope. Crash landing butt cheek first into the forehead of AJ Long. Pedro trying to get things started here tonight. We battle it out on the outside. Falls do count anywhere. Triple threat. Might even be elimination style. Hell, I don't know. And now AJ with that baseball bat. This Chaos says, bring it all, bring it all, bring it on. And AJ Long happily obliges, face first. Pedro with a nice reversal there. Follows it up with a drop kick. Chaotic one taken for a ride with the head scissors. AJ Long from behind on Pedro the Owl. Man, did he fold him in half. Into their steps, Jesus H. Pedro the Owl. Quite the little violent Smurf tonight. Amateur takedown and having a little bit of fun with him there. AJ Long slapping the hell out of Pedro. A red-headed stepchild. Chaos was going to move in until Pedro started fighting back. He said, wait a minute, look at this. Launches him in the air, lets him crash face first. I thought he was aiming for them steps. Pedro is sent to the barricade. AJ Long sent the other direction, the steps. Causing a bit of an issue there. Belly to belly. Chris Chaos and AJ Long. Look at this. AJ sending Chaos up towards the ramp area. Getting a little bit of distance there. Chris Chaos trying to get the AoK arena crowd behind him. Pedro and AJ continue to battle, but a little worse for wear. It doesn't look like it's pretty much anybody's game at this point. AJ Long, nice standing drop kick. Not a whole lot of height on that. Caught him more in the chest than he, I believe he wanted to. Pedro with a baseball bat. AJ Long with the steps. And Pedro hits a home run. Swing and a miss by AJ Long. Missing out big time. Chaos claiming control of the matchup. Sends Pedro back in. He may be Chaos may be looking for a finish here. Or not. Going to work on Pedro the Owl's legs. Hook of the leg. AJ goes for the break. Whole lot of action going on here. Well, a little rough. A little rough. I appreciate the raid. As I get caught back onto what I was doing here. I got lost. Got lost into this one. Chris Chaos coming in with the kendo stick, and Pedro being launched to the outside by AJ Long, catching Chaos on his way in as well. Playing ATS at the moment. Ah, gotcha. Are you winning? Another big clothesline. Chaos. Look at this. Chaos going for the cover, but Jenna Taylor, all kinds of out of position for that pinfall. Chaos. I said earlier that I thought he had busted AJ Long open. If not, those right hands may have done it. Rolls right over to that kendo stick. What a slam by AJ Long. Falling neck breaker. Pedro from behind. Back suplex of his own. Used to play that a while back. That and what was the other one? 18-wheeler. Wheels of Hell. Chaos again. Taking shots from that kendo stick. AJ Long just, I'm pretty sure that Chaos, they take it out for the most part. Every once in a while they still allow for that, but for the most part they ask for the boys not to bleed. That's not they don't want the blood on television, so they try to avoid it as much as possible. Other than that, when it does happen, it's usually by accident. And, you know, things happen sometimes. But yeah, I guess they are slowly starting to get away from that, though. Yeah, right? When I was a boy, back in my day, them motherfuckers was throwing each other off the top of 20-foot steel cage structures into tables. And then getting back up, climbing back up, doing it a second time on accident. Bunch of damn sissies. Half a damn sissies. That's what they is. Half a damn sissies. Goddamn tights and the little hoopty-doop Circus de la Soul. I don't even... Anyway, sorry about that. Start channeling my... Look at this. Pedro with a head scissor helicopter. Back in my dad's day. Man, what a single... Would you see that drop kick? Damn. Pedro caught a low running drop kick across the face of AJ Long that about took his nose to the 33rd row. Blocked into the from that pinfall. We got a submission hold. Chris Chaos could be looking to tap out here. What is that? AJ Long was going to let him. Long was going to let it happen. Big flying elbow there. Nicely done by AJ Long. Of course, AJ being the leader, the captain of his team. Again with the armbar, but no go with it. Part of the game is called Dying Light. Been around drop kicking. Nothing wrong with drop kicking zombies. Sounds weird when I say it, but I mean, you know, that's cool. That's cool. Started playing Conan Exiles. That was it's a weird survival game. Look at this, Chaos in the corner. Black magic upside your head. Pedro the Owl popping to the top like a can of Pringles. I'm not sure what he tried for there, but Chaos, I think, was more in the way than he was the intended target. It's not bad, but it's there's a lot going on with it. There's a ton going on with it. Pedro being manhandled. Pedro being manhandled here. Is AJ Long dropping suplexes on anybody he can get a hold of. Guillotine on the top rope. AJ Long one more time with that falling armbar. Rolls it over. You want to see me attempt Elden Ring? Okay. I'll have to look into that. I could probably do that. I'm not scared. Chaos gets the breakup as Pedro goes for the pinfall, and now Pedro fires back with a big right hand. Chaos taking that kendo stick away from Pedro, fires off a shot of his own, kick to the midsection on AJ, swing and a miss with that super kick. Pedro in control. The only man still moving on his own accord. Baseball bat to the back. AJ Long looking to go to the ambulance here before he go anywhere else. And Chaos snagging up that baseball bat. Louisville Slugger in hand. These guys may not make it through Survivor Series. Another standing drop kick. Well placed that time. Sledgehammer pinfall. Pedro makes the save. Glancing blow on Chris Chaos with that drop kick. AJ, single leg takedown, and again, one step ahead, and Chris Chaos with a huge clothesline, taking AJ Long right out of the ring. Springboard upside down, lands on his feet. Man, that was close. Chaos almost got himself in trouble there. That agility saved him as AJ Long hits the rock bottom. Chaos with a chop block. Dark Souls, same people, just easier than Dark Souls. Dark Souls isn't a terrible game. I mean, I know a lot of people. I mean, you know how I am about video games. You've been around long enough. You've been around long enough. You know what I prefer. I do like the obviously the Assassin's Creed. I'm having trouble getting into any other ones other than Valhalla at the moment, but that's only because I'm locked in on Valhalla, trying to finish it 100% complete, and they keep adding DLCs, and it's pissing me off. I'm glad they're done with that, though. We got action everywhere here as everybody's throwing their bodies around. AJ Long with another standing drop kick, and Chaos in trouble one more time as AJ Long again goes back to that armbar. Pedro just going to let him do it. Like, let him tap out. Shot to the midsection across the top of the head. One more, look at this. Pedro loses the kendo stick. AJ Long loses the back of his head. And Chaos standing tall so far. The sledgehammers, kendo sticks, baseball bats, Enzugaris. Pedro back to the top rope. This could be it. Pedro from the top, rising down, top rope Meteora, and a drop kick to the face by AJ Long stops the count before it can even begin. Collar and elbow lockup, Pedro and AJ. Pedro coming out on top with this one. Chris Chaos a little dazed here. I think he's quite sure what's going on. Pedro again bringing in another weapon. I guess when you're the smallest man in the matchup, what a shot. That was a Mankind-worthy shot to the forehead. Kicking through the chair to take Pedro down. Hanging neck breaker by Chris Chaos. Ducks under one more time. Pedro, center of the ring with this helicopter. Pedro in the corner. Chaos. Another Meteora. And AJ Long again in to break the count before it can even start. Not sure what the Owl has in mind here. He hung AJ Long on the ropes and then just started beating the absolute hell out of him with that kendo stick. Chaos in the corner. Chris Chaos, look at this creepy bastard. Chris Chaos done lost his goddamn mind. What the hell is he doing? Pedro better do something before I do. Somebody need to read some scripture in front of that boy. Chris Chaos just got super weird, man. Hits the Sister Abigail and goes after Pedro with a back suplex. Pedro back to his feet. Chaos, like a man possessed here. Goes for the pin and AJ back to his feet again. Makes the save. Chaos sets him right. And again, right back to work with those right hands. Pedro coming in, catches a right hand of his own. And Chaos firing off here. Ooh, again, back to the kendo stick. Then asked Pedro if he fucking wanted one. Did you see that? Did you fucking want one? Pinfall attempt and a 2 count. AJ slides into the ring. Fisherman hook suplex. Showboating. Leads to ass whoopings in these parts, son. One more time. Armbar wraps it again. Stays on with the wrist lock. Chaos. Trying to get himself and this crowd pumped up. Ooh, looking for his spot and missed. Pedro sending AJ Long onto the ropes. And a sucker shot by Chaos. AJ again stuck on the ropes, baseball bat in hand of Chris Chaos, but a clothesline makes my last statement null and void. Pedro in for the save before a pinfall could be attempted. Pele kick, catching Chaos. This may do it. Jenna Taylor down for the 3, and we got it. Pedro picks up the victory over AJ Long and Chris Chaos. That's a long-ass match, man. That's a long-ass match. Them boys beat the absolute snot off each other. That Pele kick, that was the final nail in the coffin. Pedro picks up the victory and a little bit of momentum for his team going into War Games. Pedro getting jiggy with it there. I didn't know Pedro could. Look at Pedro. Pedro got a little funk in him. Got a little funk in him. Ladies action coming up next. Isabella, the Banshee, taking on Cali Ferguson. It's been a bit of a... I'm sorry, Cali Ferguson taking on Casey Nguyen. Interesting turn of events here. Of course, Casey Nguyen being part of Empress, Sparrow's team, where Cali Ferguson will be leading her own team with including Echo, Jordy, and Quindle. course, Casey Nguyen, her team captain, Empress, Sparrow, and her teammates, Amaya and Atlas Angel, facing off against Lilith, Morgan Quinn, Mama Logan, and Zoe Yuri. But right now, Cali Ferguson and Casey Nguyen, this should be a matchup. One to write home for. Coming out first, Cali Ferguson, Little Miss Sunshine.
Making her way to the ring from New York, Sunshine, Cali, Ferguson.
Cali Ferguson, the former women's hardcore champion. Her biggest claim to fame, of course. That's our opponent tonight, Casey Nguyen. Nothing to sneeze at. Casey Nguyen, former tag team champion, former women's undisputed champion. This lady's been through most of the roster on AoK. Casey Nguyen, one tough cookie.
And from Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam, Casey Nguyen.
Set to be one hell of a matchup as Casey, as I said, Casey and Cali. This may be the first time they faced off in singles action. Ready to get this one set underway as referee Lou Sass has us ring the bell, and Cali coming in looking for his enziguri right out the top, and Casey sidesteps, turns it into a gut wrench from a deadlift. One more time just to prove it wasn't a fluke. Throws her out with that power bomb, that almost power bomb maneuver from a gut wrench. Cali fights back, a couple of shots to the midsection of her opponent. Spinning backhand, has her staggering around. Irish whip sends her into the corner, follows her up with a big boot and nobody home. Has herself locked up there. Nguyen going straight to work with the boots in a pinfall attempt. Referee Lou getting a 2 count on her there. Casey thought she had her with that, thought that might have been enough, but seriously underestimating her opponent. Maybe not. That clothesline about took the ponytail off her opponent. Standing side slam. Good damn. Back up to her feet. Cali pops right back up and sends her opponent back into the ring. Casey, as I said, maybe underestimating her opponent. Lou telling Cali to get back in the ring here. She walks right into her right hand. Casey with a huge shot to the back of the head. A legacy elbow. And again, back to work on the knee, trying to keep the more agile of the two grounded. Casey from the other side of the ring. Superman punch. Ducks under a clothesline. Spear. That may do it. Lou with the count. 2 and no, a 2 count only. Casey coming up with locked eyes on Cali. Cali Ferguson firing back, trying to get momentum going for her. Trying to swing this back into her favor. A handful of hair sends her opponent across the ring and to the outside. And look at this, Cali follows her right out. Suckered her into what she did. Casey sets her up for a standing power slam. And referee Lou starts his count. Showboating. Showboating led her straight to it this time. Flapjack on the concrete. That'll smear your makeup. Back inside we go. Casey taking her time, stalking in, and a big right hand to the forehead. Continuing on, Casey climbing to the top rope. Long way out, and a diving elbow from the top. Hook of the leg. Referee's right on top of things. And that is all she wrote. As Casey Nguyen picks the... Look at this. Isabella the Banshee. With a shot at Casey, who won the match. And only one shot at her rival. Isabella just coming out here smacking everybody for no reason. Leader of a captain of a team here. Ivy, Kitty, Katsuyori, and Piper. I'm not sure why she came out and attacked Casey and Fatal 4-Way Extreme Rules moving right on with tonight's matchups. Shawn Sullivan, the real deal Logan Hawk, Big Bad Adam Boone, and Anthony Omega. Of course, Omega coming back here, joining us with the Destruction Incorporated stable. As there was a little commotion backstage earlier about Kamron Sawyer taking that loss in the opening matchup. It was something that Destruction Inc. apparently wasn't real happy with and not real keen on. We'll get more information as that comes in, as Extreme Rules Fatal 4-Way, Logan Hawk, Adam Boone, Shawn Sullivan, and Anthony Omega. As soon as the button... Press the button! Wrong button, cronk! Anyway, back to ringside we go. Let's get the introductions of these four titans of the squared circle. First one up, Logan Hawk, the real deal, the man with the longest world title reign in AoK history, a solid 111 days. For 111 days, this man could not be stopped. Man looking to rise back up through the ranks as he has joined Prestige. Bud Marvelous. As he joins Prestige and Bud Marvelous on Team Prestige going into Survivor Series. Adam Boone, of course, a part of the War Raiders. Biggest man on the roster here in AoK. former world champion himself. As if he wouldn't have been. Two more opponents to come out. Not nearly as large. These next two are more on their, going to be a little undersized in this matchup. We wish them luck. As Shawn Sullivan.
And from Charleston, South Carolina, weighing in at 219 pounds, super smooth, Shawn Sullivan.
Super smooth. Shawn Sullivan. This AoK arena, not a fan of super smooth. One more opponent. This man, as I said, coming back to us, sent in over here by Goku. One-third of the team of Destruction Incorporated. Keeps finding himself in multi-man matches. We need to get this man in a one-on-one match. Definitely have his hands full tonight. Extreme rules are going to be in effect as these four men battle each other. No holds barred. Anything goes. It just has to end inside the square circle. Pinfall or submission has to be within the confines of those ring ropes. Shawn Sullivan bouncing around behind Logan Hawk. Logan Hawk finally had enough of his shit behind him there. Not a good way to start the match by pissing off Logan Hawk before the bell even rings. He already comes that way. And Logan Hawk eyeballing straight for Shawn Sullivan. And Boone with a military press over the head. Anthony Omega takes a big crash down, and these two big guys went right after the two little guys. Omega doing his best against Boone, gets him down to the mat at the very least. Logan Hawk, on the other hand, with a set of snake eyes on Sullivan. Gets the boot up. A little bit of Logan Hawk finally hitting the mat here. Kendo stick drops Boone. Spinning wheel kick. Omega is wise enough to bring Logan Hawk down to his own size. And Boone with another military press. Finally, the behemoths go at it. And Omega, not wasting any time, goes straight for a chair. And it didn't even phase the big guy. Straight for a bear hug, looking for a submission, Logan Hawk. Dropping elbows as Shawn Sullivan is dropping Boone's. Kendo stick, big swipe. Logan Hawk taking taking Shawn Sullivan to task here. Like that big man needs that chair. Like this big man needs a ladder. What do you need a ladder for? You're 7'4". What the hell do you need a ladder for? What they doing, man? Boone bringing a ladder into the matchup. And finally, Boone and Logan Hawk going nose to nose. Sleeper hold applied. Boone. You know, if you notice that, he didn't go after Omega, who had the sleeper hold applied. He went after Shawn Sullivan, who was in the sleeper hold. Boone's favorite weapon. Logan Hawk's favorite weapon. Logan still holding on to them steps. A little slow on the uptake. Boone having words for him. We got a pinfall attempt. And look at this, Logan Hawk just ramming a big bad into the barricade. Sullivan, on the other hand, having issues in the ring with Anthony Omega. As Logan Hawk puts the boots to Boone on the outside. Omega trying to stay in control inside the matchup. Big uppercut off the ropes. And a flying clothesline that almost takes the breath out of Shawn Sullivan. Omega with the steel chairs. Locks it into place. Boone on the outside, finally getting back to his feet. Double underhook, spins him around. A hell of a move. And Logan Hawk and Anthony Omega. Look at this. Sledgehammer. Boone using a weapon. Interceptor out of nowhere. And Adam Boone just got it folded in half. What's up? Just in time. Logan Hawk in the ring. Logan Hawk in the chat. Just in time, my friend. 4-man Extreme Rules matchup. The man doing okay for himself at the moment. Big running STO by the Real Deal. And Shawn Sullivan swinging for the fences on Boone with that Louisville slugger. This Boone manhandling Sullivan, and Omega hits a big move on Shawn. Logan Hawk goes for the cover, but only a 1 count before Boone comes over and makes the save. Frankenstein skull crush. As Boone tries to choke the life out of Anthony Omega. And now Shawn Sullivan. Logan Hawk breaks the hold. And these two big men are going to double team Anthony Omega. Oh, Jesus. And they just drawn and quartered that man. Logan Hawk trying to get his spot in. Irish whip sends Boone into the ropes. And Shawn Sullivan thought he was going to be a tough guy. And all he did was piss off both big guys. Logan Hawk has Sullivan on the shoulder. Loganator. That's it. Boone makes the break. Omega on the second rope. Logan Hawk with Boone on his shoulders. What's he got in mind with that? Flying shoulder tackle misses after the guillotine, and Omega taking advantage. Wow. Shawn Sullivan just kicked the soul out of Big Bad. Anthony Omega going for the pin. Shawn Sullivan on the outside, and Logan Hawk making the save, keeping this matchup alive. Logan Hawk taking out Shawn Sullivan. Kendo stick. I don't believe that was intended for Hawk, but I don't think Hawk's going to see it that way. Stunner on Big Bad. Sledgehammer on Logan. These little guys taking the big boys down for a hot second. And super smooth. Back to his feet. Ready to go here. Hurricane Rana takes Logan Hawk off his feet. And Boone bringing out a table. Using it as a weapon, taking Anthony Omega out of the equation. Sledgehammer again to Logan Hawk on the inside. Another pinfall attempt. There's 2. And a kick out before 3. Logan Hawk keeping himself in the matchup. Collar and elbow tie up. Sullivan sent to the ropes. And has his head taken off for his efforts. 2 shots from Anthony Omega. Logan Hawk back to his feet with a running STO, drives his opponent to the mat again. Big Bad having his issues with Sullivan here. Logan Hawk and Shawn Sullivan sink colliding into each other by Anthony Omega and Sullivan. The equalizer back in play with that baseball bat. And Omega just got absolutely demolished with that boot. Sullivan gets the big man over, but again, Logan Hawk in for the break. And one more time, Sullivan up on the shoulder. One more time for the ride. One more time for the pinfall attempt. And one more time for the break. As Anthony Omega keeps the match alive. But I don't know if he's doing anybody any favors. Clothesline by the Bull is the only two left in the ring. And Logan Hawk with a right hand. He punched right through the steel step, or the steel chair. Omega, a little bit of showboating. Turns his opponent around right for the sledgehammer. Logan Hawk dropping bombs with that thing. And gets caught with the steps. Logan Hawk took the corner of those stairs right in the forehead. And I believe he may have been busted open. Which is unfortunate for Shawn Sullivan. Rolling stunner a second time. And again, Logan Hawk right back to his feet, locking horns with Omega. And just threw him at Big Bad. Boone and Hawk back in the ring. Shawn Sullivan back in the ring. Kendo stick. 2 shots. Third shot again. Logan Hawk still on his feet. 4 shots before that man went down. We got a sleeper hold on the outside. Anthony Omega gets caught with a jawbreaker. And Boone fighting for his life out here. Military press way up and way down. Anthony Omega may have just hit his head on the top rung of that ladder. I mean, it's lucky he didn't break his neck. Interceptor on the inside. Logan Hawk folding that man up with his clothes still on. And Shawn Sullivan somehow kicked out of that. Even Hawk can't believe it, but unfortunately Boone with a series of kicks, but Logan Hawk, quite the monster. Omega and Sullivan on the outside. Logan Hawk and Big Bad on the inside. Sullivan draped over that barricade. Boone taken for the ride, standing power slam. Logan Hawk, just a beast of a man at the moment. Climbing to the top rope as these other guys on the outside. Samoan splash. He may have just killed Adam Boone. Series of blows on the outside. This matchup continues. Look at this. Logan Hawk picking up the victory. But I do want to focus on the outside there. That super kick that just about killed that man. Sullivan just able to get him over, but that Samoan splash off the top rope may have just done it. But I hear on the outside, look at this, how they cut it again. But Anthony Omega was just drilling Shawn Sullivan.
Here is your winner, the real deal, Logan Hall.
A win that was. A hell of a matchup. One hell of a matchup and a win for the real deal, Logan Hawk. Tag team action coming up. Titles on the line. As the BMF takes on the Fightin' Hinkledimmers. Oh, what is this? No, it's supposed to be a title match, you fuck. You bastard. Alright, non-title match. Return the disrespect. We're going to get some shit match here. Punisher versus Cletus Hinkledimer. We're going to let it ride, see how it goes. Square this up a little bit on my side here. Punisher, one-on-one matchup against Cletus J. Lots of weirdness going on here on AoK tonight. supposed to be another tag match, but apparently 2K has its own ideas about what AoK is supposed to be. So let's head to ringside. Let's get this matchup underway. These men already in the ring. Look at this. Punisher offering up a handshake. Suckered Cletus in, and Cletus just with a bitch slap. Talk about disrespect. Referee Lou, our man, let's get this bell rung. And Cletus with a running neck breaker. That way to kick this off. Collar and elbow tie up. Punisher sends him off the ropes. Into a backdrop, into a quick cover. Looking to take it home early and make this a quick matchup. But no, we're not even a 1 count there. Logan Hawk going for the... Logan Hawk in the chat for Cletus on this one. Huh? Alright, alright. Cletus Hinkledimer getting himself some fans. Got himself a fan in the chat. Super. What a kick by the Punisher. Grapevine in the leg. We're stepping over. Step over toe hold. Back inside we go. Cletus fires back, keeping himself aware here, but the Punisher drapes you on. Look at this hammerlock suplex. By one half of the members of the BMF climbs to the top rope. Cletus not real sure what's going on. High dive crossbody. And we got a pinfall attempt. Cletus grabbing the ropes. Setting his opponent up. I'm not sure what he's doing here. Another step over toe hold, working it in. Trying to take the legs out from under from Cletus Hinkledimer. Jawbreaker settles in. Drapes the arm and a big suplex by the Hinkledimer. We got a pinfall attempt, and Lou only hits the mat twice. Another neck breaker. Again, back and forth. Cletus with that guillotine, trying to look at this, going for another pinfall. These two, the one-upmanship on these two with these pinfall attempts. Cletus, one more time, another suplex, keeping it basic here tonight. Kick to the midsection, blocked by the Punisher. Fires off a couple of right hands. Overhead throw and another pinfall attempt. Referee Lou for the cover. But again, matchup goes on as these two continue to kick out of each other's half-attempted or half-hearted attempt at a pinfall. Short strikes. Punisher helps Cletus back into the ring the hard way over the top rope. And again, another pinfall attempt. Scoops him up, slams him down, tilt-a-whirl slam. And Cletus looking for desperation here. Jawbreaker, flying forearm. And Cletus getting this crowd pumped up, as well as himself. Short and low drop kick to the back. Fish hook, only legal in AoK. Big leather work gloves that Hinkledimer boys wear. Kick to the midsection. A hammerlock DDT. Lights out. That may be enough. Too close to the ropes. Cletus helps his opponent up one more time. Punisher catching him with that suplex that time. Rides him out for a bulldog. A couple of strikes to the chest. Ends that series with a clothesline, and these two head to the outside one more time. Up to the top. Punisher, long way down. Samoan splash to the outside. Unbelievable. These guys taking flight here tonight. Stomping on the fingers of Cletus with those big combat style boots. The BMF, of course, they faced the Hinkledimers last episode, the episode before, for the tag team titles, falling short. Now in this one-on-one matchup, atomic leg drop fell short as Cletus rolls out of the way, hits the ropes, and a big right hand. Cletus allows his opponent to get back to his feet. Knife edge chop in the corner. And now going to work on the arm. Not enough. Punisher with a short elbow pulls himself out of the corner, but Cletus again with a snapmare sets him up from the corner, and a snapmare again. This AoK crowd feeling something as Cletus one more time sets him up. That twister suplex, center of the ring, and Cletus Hinkledimer picks up a victory. Take a look at some of the replay here. That's hammerlock DDT. And the twister suplex. And the 3 count. Your winner.
Here's your winner, Curtis J.
Fighting Hinkledimer, living up to his nickname. As he picks up another victory here in the AoK log books. Bud Marvelous taking on Nova, the Green Meanie, up next. There's Bud Marvelous teaming up with Prestige and Logan Hawk. Of course, Bud Marvelous and Prestige. Of course, the 3 of them looking for a 4th member as Survivor Series War Games looms on the horizon here of AoK. And these men are, these guys are set to go. They just need a 4th member. And if they can't find a 4th member, they will have to not be a part of that Survivor Series. And I don't believe that's something that any of these 3 particular men want to hear. Bud Marvelous, one of the most dominant forces in AoK through Season 3. Came into Season 3 carrying the championship belt. Left the preliminary or the preseason tournament as the champion. And carried that belt clear into the 2nd or 3rd major event before dropping it just 5 days shy of tying the record with Logan Hawk. It was Bud Marvelous and Logan Hawk had picked up a victory last episode against the War Raiders. Bud Marvelous feeling pretty good about himself going into this one. Gotta get the hot dogging and the showboating in. Gotta get the hot dogging and the showboating in, Bud Marvelous. Marvelous jacket. It is a marvelous jacket. His opponent, former world champion, former intercontinental champion.
And his opponent from Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 281 pounds, Green Mean Noah.
I don't know. Bud Marvelous may have his hands full with this one. Again, I know Bud's a tough customer, but the Green Meanie is no joke. As I said, he took down Big Bad for the world title. He took down Ken Bouchard for the Intercontinental title. This man is a solid worker. Will it be enough? Bud Marvelous one-on-one. Of course, his entourage a little inconspicuous by their absence here. Neither Prestige nor Logan Hawk at ringside for this one. Logan Hawk says Bud Marvelous is looking to be the winner of this one, and nobody better to officiate than our head official, Joe Brony, as our referee tonight. Bud, the series of leapfrogs there, half Nelson DDT, lays it out, putting the boots down to his opponent. Modified curb stomp by the Marvelous One. Nova finally getting some offense in, taking Bud down to the mat. Bud giving up a little bit of size on this one. Meanie again with that twisting armbar, and again back to the kicks to the midsection. Bud rolling out of the ring here. Sets him up. Kick to the back. I know that thing's got a name, but I need to find out what it's called. As he launches his opponent across the ringside area. And this is not a no disqualification matchup. And referee Joe Brony, as we all know, takes no one's bullshit. As the Green Meanie works Bud Marvelous over and decides just to not only help him up, but then we just get back in the ring without him. Catching the Marvelous One on the way in, but Bud fires back with a shot to the face, then a high lifting knee. We got a pinfall attempt. Only one. But again, Bud one step ahead. Power bomb. Look at this. Bud rolls him over and a knee to the face, taking Nova to the mat. Pumping himself up, but this crowd doesn't want to hear it. Marvelous sent to the ropes. Nova with a lifting knee of his own. Twisting armbar puts his opponent's arm to the mat and kicks him right in the tricep. Up to the shoulders. Bad place to be. White noise. We got a pinfall attempt. Joe says 1, 2, and only 2. Kick to the midsection, and we've seen this before. That spinning power driver. Again, hooks the near leg. again, only 2. Marvelous getting that shoulder up. And Nova goes to the outside, starts climbing to the top rope. What's your big ass gonna do up there? Get down, man. Bud Marvelous takes that forearm shot from the top rope right between the eyes, but fires back hard with a clothesline of his own. Springboard, another forearm. Marvelous looking to build momentum, turns his back on his opponent to talk to the goddamn crowd. Wow, what a spinning backhand. Caught Marvelous right there. Headlock DDT and a series of short strikes. And again, Bud fires back. Second wind kind of thing. Boost of energy. Gets the big man over again. Bud Marvelous getting pumped here, looking to make that comeback. But stops short one more time as Nova drives those Liberty spikes right into the jaw, follows it up with an eat the feet. One more time, look at this, up on top, powerbomb, no, Bud. A shot to the, just under the ear. Makes his opponent drop and catches him with that knee. From across the ring, over the top rope, Bud Marvelous taking flight. Now's the time to celebrate, Bud. Now you can celebrate. That man ain't getting up anytime soon. Boot to the head. And Joe Brony telling Bud he's got to get the matchup back inside. He'll count him out. We don't want to see this match end in a draw. That's no fun for nobody. Back inside we go. Marvelous drapes the arm. Crossroads goes to the top. Goes for the family tradition and nobody there. Nova taking advantage. The Green Meanie with the Supernova. And that may do it. Marvelous center of the ring. And Bud Marvelous kicking out at 2.5. Up to the shoulders. One more time. Hits him with another white noise. That has to be it. Even Bud Marvelous ain't getting... Bud Marvelous fighting back. Climbing to his feet. But gets caught up again for that powerbomb side. No, again, Bud fighting out. Big knee lift again. Marvelous has the Green Meanie in his sights. Marvelous dreams applied. Will it be enough? Does he worn down the big man? Can he make the big guy tap? Will he put him to sleep? Joe Brony right there asking Nova. Checking on him. No go. Look at this. Bud has this thing locked in. Nova can't quite break it. Sends him off using the ropes to hold himself up. And Bud just come in there and bit that man's face off. This man trying to eat that man. He tried to eat that man's nose. And Nova firing back with a short drop kick. Bud Marvelous with a clothesline. We're down to any man's ball game at the moment. Pump handle X Factor lines it up, drills him down. That may do it. Hooks the far leg. And that's all she wrote is the Marvelous One. Picks up a victory over the Green Meanie Nova. Here we see one of 2 white noises. Drilling him right into the upper shoulders and lower neck. Twisting power driver here. The Mist family tradition. The Supernova should have done it. The second white noise should have done it.
Here is your winner.
But Bud Marvelous. The marvelous Bud Marvelous. Coming out victorious here tonight at AoK Championship Wrestling Wednesday Night Fights. As we get ready to go into our pre-main event here this evening. I know what it's supposed to be, but I also know it's going to change up. So I'm not going to call the next match. But it's supposed to be these two. But it's not going to be. Coming out to Zach. Zach getting the upper hand. That means we're going to see Prestige. Oh, no. That's dumb. Prestige taking on Alex. As he makes his re-debut. I don't think Alex... Listen, man. I don't think Alex should be in this ring. Alexander K is out on a severe injury. The AI should have never have put this man in this matchup with Prestige. And I gotta agree with you. I agree with you, Logan. That was one hell of a matchup. That is one hell of a matchup. But Alexander K has a torn pectoral muscle that this man should not be in the ring tonight by any means. Not against, first of all, not against anybody, but most of all, not against somebody like Prestige. But we got it. So here we go. I mean, I wish Alexander K a speedy recovery. Coming out by himself as well. These guys, Prestige is not opting for his usual entourage either tonight. As Bud Marvelous just won the matchup, just won his matchup. You would think they would have been back-to-back matches. You'd have thought these two would have just stayed at ringside for each other. We're not going to get into this man's accolades. He is the king of old school. And he is the captain of the team that doesn't exist. He's got 3 members of a team. He needs a 4th member. He's already recruited Logan Hawk back into the fold. And Alexander K, man, I wish you luck, brother, but I don't know how. I don't know, man. I don't know about this one, brother. I mean, he's doing all that flippy dippy shit, so he might be alright. He might be alright. He might be alright, but I'm just saying, he might get... This might have been an AB conversation he should have seen his way out of. Before D comes in, takes some E and F's him up, but whatever. Prestige sent to the ropes, and Alexander opening it up on the, look at this. Say what you will, this man may be injured, but he just took it to the king of old school. Prestige has zero idea of where he's at. This man's been spun around so many times. Like a revolving door. He got no idea what's going on. Alexander K fired up for his return match here. Sending Prestige back inside the ring. Before he himself goes to the top rope. Drops the elbow across the back of the shoulder and goes for the pinfall attempt. Referee Lou right there to make the call. Prestige taking the 2 full on that one. Look at this. Alexander with a wheelbarrow DDT. Football early, yeah. I mean, I will say it is only the first quarter. It is only the first quarter. Prestige gets a boot up right in the face of Alexander. Had the opportunity, but decided to turn his attention to the damn crowd. Arm lock into an arm bar, and Prestige in a predicament here with the Masked Man. Sending a message with that clothesline. Jumping super. What a kick that was. Prestige using the ropes to get back to his feet. Alexander coming in. Big clothesline. Takes the King of Old School to the outside one more time. Follows him out. Prestige again able to get a boot. And get a boot up in defense. Side Russian leg sweep. Nobody does it better. Alexander again firing off a series. Keeping Prestige staggering. This man's not doing so hot here tonight. Alexander got Prestige all kinds of confused. Referee Lou continues his count. These two continue the battle on the outside. Standing moonsault. Alexander K. This man may damage himself in this matchup. The referee hits number 7. These guys still back to back out here. Into the barricade goes Prestige. Masked Man into the ring to make the break, just to continue the fight outside. Prestige wanting to get this match over with, perhaps. Prestige taking a beating here against this Masked Man. Scoops him up, and over the back he goes, and Prestige again taken by surprise. Alexander climbing to the top rope. Prestige laid out on the ring. Another elbow to the lower back. Again a pinfall attempt. Referee drops it once. Drops it twice. Only 2. Prestige in trouble as Alexander helps him up just to knock him back down with a clothesline. Runs him through with another clothesline. Prestige goes for the kick, single leg sweep. And Alexander again goes for a pinfall, center of the ring. He may get him. Prestige pulling his arm way up that time. Showing he's got some fight in him, but he's not showing much fight in him. Suckered him in. Looking to turn things around with that reversal. Right hand from behind. Matilda's kiss. And a boot to the head. Pinfall attempt. Prestige thinks he's got him with a single bulldog. No go. Alexander kicking out before the 2. Again, pulling himself up using the ropes, and Prestige wasting no time. Sends his opponent against the ropes. Deep 6. And look at this. Alexander right back to his feet. Irish whip puts Prestige in the corner. Running back elbow. And an alley-oop powerbomb. Another pinfall. Another attempt, but another failure as Prestige again kicks out at 2. Prestige wore out here tonight. And a little busted open by the looks of it. Ring awareness. Ran into his opponent. Shot off that toe kick. And rolls him up for a prestidigitation. Referee 1. There's 2. And Alexander keeping the match alive. Prestige fighting with Lou about the count. Says he's got him in his sights now. Prestige looking to take it home. Opponent standing. Alexander back to his feet. Crossbody, shades of Ricky Steamboat. Referee counts 3. Prestige picking up a victory. Going old school with that. Got him good somewhere. Look at this. Who's Zach the Ripper? Coming out to congratulate Prestige, who seems a little confused. Prestige not sure what to make of that one. Prestige a little bit taken unaware there. As Alex takes the fall, we head into our main event. IKB with the rematch clause for the world title. Remington Singer had used his rematch clause to reclaim it, and IKB said, I got one of them too. Championship on the line. Extreme Rules, I do believe. we get ready to hit the ringside for the main event. Let's get this underway. Let's get this underway. There we go. Let's head to ringside. Ring announcer Wayne Kerr here to help us out. Turn your mic on, Wayne.
Is an Extreme Rules match and is for the World Heavyweight Championship.
IKB also coming to the ringside alone tonight. Again, another man that's carried a ton of belts around here. Intercontinental Champion, a heavyweight title, tag titles, hardcore title. Looking to reclaim the World Heavyweight title here tonight. An all-world champion. Remington Steel Singer. This match is set to Extreme Rules regulations. Anything goes. It just has to end inside the ring. Take a good look at the belt. Remington still got his name stamped on it. Wayne Kerr makes the end of those introductions for us.
Introducing the challenger from parts unknown, weighing in at 373 pounds, IKB. And his opponent from Pennsylvania, weighing in at 214 pounds, he is the World Heavyweight Champion, Steel.
This was set to be a matchup of epic proportions. As referee Jenna Taylor shows off the belt. We get a good look at it right here. Jenna says ring the bell. Let's get this title match underway. Remy trying to go power for power with IKB. Not so much. Not so much. Another right hand. Bouchard. Spinning spine buster. And the champ in a little bit of trouble here in the opening stage of the match. The Iron Man taking the Extreme Rules to the extreme. Coming back with a set of steps. But unable to use them. Remy at least gets the steps out of the way. Gets the steps out of bounds. But still thrown into him as IKB follows him up. Going for another, look at this, going for another set of steps. This time gets him in as a weapon that he used, or that he wanted to use them for. Dangerous with these steel steps just laying around outside the ring. Just missing them there with that back suplex. And again, IKB with those steel, looking to drive them into the head of Remy. Again, saves himself. Ken sent back into the ring as Remy circles around the outside. Off the ropes goes Bouchard, swings with that clothesline. Missed, turns it around, clothesline, Remy with a hook of the leg. Only a 1 count. Jenna Taylor right there to be on top of things. Remy calling for the big man to stand up, bring it to him. Sends him into the ropes. Luthez press. That is a big shot there. Haha, me too. I'm still here too. He gone some radio silent on me. Got that lurk. Got that lark. So if I have a, I don't think I do. Do I have a command for that at all? Is there a thing for that? Does that just happen? They're better than the bread. They're better than the bread. You can't deny that. I told you it was all bad. Tried to tell you no matter what you did, no matter who you wear, no matter what you say, no matter whatever, it's all bad. Gluten-free is just tasteless. It's not tasteless because there's a taste to it. Yeah, I'm not a fan. Neither's Lisa. She said, just do your best just not to eat breads. You know what I mean? Like, just avoid it at all costs. But also, sometimes you just want a cheeseburger. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just want pizza. And you just gotta, yeah. Yeah, I know which ones you mean. I don't know what they're called either, but I know what you mean. Yeah. Yep. Wrap it and let us go from there. Big Bouchard keeping this matchup alive on the outside. Off my desk. Don't spill my drink, you sons of bitches. IKB looking to reclaim the world title here. Jenna needs to get the hell out the way here in this matchup. Off the ropes, IKB tripped up. Well done by Remy. Caught me by surprise. Another big right hand. Just ordering packets of like salad topping. Just ordering Thai croutons. Let me have an order of your best Thai croutons. 24, thank you. Bouchard sent to the turnbuckles, and Remy coming in with that. Tried to come in with that baseball bat. That spine buster may have done it. Wow, that's as close to 3 as you get. And now Bouchard with the Louisville Slugger. Going to work on the midsection abdomen area of Remy Singer. Good God. Bouchard with Remy in the corner. There's a horror movie waiting to happen. Remy stepping out of the way, catches him with a clothesline. The world champ with a knife edge on the challenger sends his opponent over the top. No, brings him back in for a neck breaker. Good golly. Ripcord clothesline. We've seen him win matches with that. We've seen him win titles with that maneuver. And Remy going to the top rope. Bouchard on the outside. Remy leaps. Catches him with that clothesline from the top. I don't know what IKB may have left in him. Kick to the knee, taking the big man's leg out from under him. The champ. The headlock takeover. Twisting armbar, wrist lock, and again a kick to the chest. Remington still working the big guy over. And going for another pinfall attempt. Only one. We're keeping this thing alive. Bouchard could be lining him up. We might be looking at a new champion. Bouchard bomb. The referee for the count. 1, 2, and a big kick out. A huge kick out. Are you out because of croutons? Or are you out like you're not in my stream anymore? What I missed. What I missed. Out of life. No croutons. That's fine. I don't particularly care for croutons. Croutons don't mean that much to me. Because usually what I do is I get croutons and then I drown them in whatever dressing so they're soggy anyway. Because they hurt my teeth because they crunch the way they do. So, yeah. Like that. Remy with a series of right hands. Look at that. Catching Bouchard right on top of his head 2 times. Bouchard had enough. The Iron Man swinging like a major league. Anyway, what we were talking about, something like this. Talk about a new champ if that matchup keeps going the way it is. Porky pigged myself right out of that problem. That's how we handle that around here. Bouchard taking a right hand. Remy springboard off the top rope, using that top rope as a springboard, catching the clothesline. Both men on the outside, Extreme Rules, but IKB holding that wrist lock and just running these clotheslines into Remy. Boot to the midsection and a DDT one more time. Bouchard picking Remy up, the world champ, slammed to the mat. And these guys have a War Games match in just a few weeks. Not against each other, but these guys have War Games matches in a few weeks. Bouchard could be setting him up again. Looking for the Bouchard bomb, but Remy with the reversal gets a lucky right hand in. And again, the great equalizer right to the coconut. And continues the assault with the Louisville Slugger. Bouchard again looking for it. And again, Remy well scouted on that one. IKB blocking that forearm. Side slam. That's a lot of weight coming down beside you. Here we go. Covers him. We got a 2 count. We got a 3 count. The Iron Man, Ken Bouchard, recaptures the world title. Let's take a look at this replay. Spine buster on top of the baseball bat. A Bouchard bomb earlier in the match. But that sidewalk slam right there. That was all she wrote. Too much for the champ.
Here is your winner.
And the title changes hand here tonight on AoK.
Heavyweight champion, IKB.
The world champion picking up a victory to recapture. And that is it for the wrestling part of the show. Let's take a look at the data. Let's take a look at the numbers. And first, let's take a look at the news. Week 2, we got a lot going on here in November. Week 2, Cletus Hinkledimer was cleared and then had to wrestle. Empress, Sparrow, and Lilith trading right hands. Lilith coming out on the top of that matchup. Chris Chaos suffering an injury. We've got to keep in mindful of that. Isabella, if you remember that, she come crashing in at the end of that matchup between Cali, Ferguson, and Casey Nguyen. Her rival is Cali, but she really focused her attention on Casey there. The Punisher tried disrespecting Cletus. You can't disrespect a Hinkledimer, I can tell you that. He fired back with a big slap to the face. Zack the Ripper, this is one for a little bit of information here. Zack the Ripper coming out and giving Prestige a little... Zack the Ripper gave Prestige the clap. What? We'll see what that means later. And of course, as you just seen, IKB picking up the World Heavyweight Championship. But let's take a look at the roster. Did the power rankings change? No. Chris Nightmare, we're still in the same spot there. So, with that being said, we're going to jump to the next show. November, week 3, I believe. Tag team, we'll have to make adjustments on this tag team. On both sides of that page. There's a whole lot of weirdness going on right there. Chris Andrews and James Coleman tag teaming against Ted Brockpage and Angus Gordon. None of that makes sense. So we will make that one make sense. Piper Ramirez, E, and Violet Watson. Could be a great matchup there. We'll take a look at that. Falls Count Anywhere. We may look into that. Oh shit, I just weighed myself since I went gluten-free, not eating healthier, a lot less breads. Lost 20 pounds. That's not too shabby. It's not too shabby. Also, did you really have 20 pounds to lose? Just asking. Just asking. Tank and Josh Blackwell. Interesting combination there. Chris Nightmare challenging for the United States Championship against El Scorpio. Homer Hinkledimer looking to take on Nova. Hunter Singer looking for the Cruiserweight title. I think you two have had enough of each other there. And look at this, Zack the Ripper, our Intercontinental Champion, being challenged by IKB. I don't think we're going to do that with Ken Bouchard just grabbing up the world title. We will have to make them. We will have to make. So basically, tune in Sunday night. You tune in Sunday night. We will have a. Let me run that by myself again. A Sunday night, we will have a show with a match card. With a match card that will be very heavily modified from what we're seeing right now. Well, my friends, that's about all the time I have tonight. It has been a long day, it has been a long week, and I know it's only halfway through. We got another half of the week to go, so my friends, I will see you when I see you face to face. Some I will speak through the interwebs. And others, well, just know that I'm always rooting for you, man. 100%. You guys have a good night, and I appreciate you being here with us on AoK Championship Wrestling.